Now that we are supposedly live, from the looks of it, we are indeed. Who would like to give the recap for inspiration as I stare at Sean? I can speak.
Vocals and docals and focals. So, we made our way into Cadis, and we met our friend, Mr. Overseer Gorm, and we learned that apparently what happened wasn't a dream, like it was actually happening. And then we fought through some guys, kind of coasting on the very real promise that we would make him the great overseer of all whatever the shit this is. And then we picked up the legacy items, and we encountered the big man who was trying to, with his followers, break the divinity shard stone. And then we did the things, and then we had visions, and we were like, "Hey, we're gonna go and be rebels."
I mean, pretty much, yeah. There you go. Easy clap. Recap. Oh yeah. But
Now
yes,
we just have this hot fucking potato.
it's true. But yes, party, vision going white as their grasp reaches to the orb. Each of you having the vision. Sparks of this vision enter through your mind as you see shifting shades. A man with hatred etched upon his face, an elvish man with sorrow on his. Images of the dead rising, of spectral black tendrils controlling armies, and flashes of pain throughout. Begin to shiver, feeling sweat drip down your body. As each of you, one by one, wakes up, except for one of you, a certain ratfolk. You feel something strange, something deeper. Would you like this to be private, or are you good with continuing?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay. You feel your body being poked, prodded. You feel yourself upon a familiar table, a looming figure overhead, sending shivers down your spine. But something's different this time. You feel a connection within yourself, a spark, with but a thought. The bindings that hold you to this table are broken, and the creature, the being prodding and poking you, looks aghast and runs from you in fear. You see nearby that your feet are bloodied from a mirror just across the hall. Thinking it is best not to run, leaving trails of your passing, you think simply, this can't do, and boots appear upon your feet as you hop off the bench and leave the chamber, waking not in a cold sweat or a somewhat damp fur as it would be appropriate for you, but ready for what is to come. A certain purpose within yourself, understanding with what your mind has just unlocked. As each of you find yourself sleeping upon somewhat familiar fur mats, hiding behind and beneath these large bone and leather tents that were once home to the shamans and the other dying ones, or cursed ones within the dying lands here, the ruins of the dungeon depths of Cadis. You see Gorm currently searching through the shelf here, rapidly pulling out bottles and kind of like propping him over his shoulder, just dropping him, glass smashing, wood smashing. He seems to be grumbling to himself in Primordial about, "Nah, that's not it. Now. You see it just around the bend, kind of through some of the holes within the tarp from here and from over here. Taranaf is standing watch, Bowen the ready. He looks completely exhausted, as if he's stayed up for days without sleep. And that is you guys find yourself.
Uh, um, did we win or am I dead?
As you speak, you see Terranov begins to stir, as does Overseer Gorm, who looks over his shoulder. Ah! Ah, you're awake. Terranov, however, thank the gods. I thought you were all dead. No, we won, most certainly, but whatever you did with that orb, well, it's not there anymore, and you guys have been out for 3 bloody days.
Ah, shit, we sort of needed that.
At all the noise and commotion, 156 will bury her head into Ein, probably waking Ein up, but that thing when you see animals do, where you're just like, shut up, I'm trying to sleep.
I mean, Ein has a fluffy tail right now, so yes, probably. I just sits up. Ein will just sit up and sort of rub their eyes and just be.
When you
thrown.
say orb, you mean the divinity thing, right?
Yes.
3 days. Well, that explains why I'm a bit hungry.
Right, you're all starving. I have some food provisions left. Alas, I've been kind of sitting here tending to your injuries the past couple of days, so we're a little low, but should do. You all can take a long rest, by the way.
You ought to trance.
Right, now that you're all awake, right, I'm gonna go do that. Just go walks back and leans against this wall and sits in a meditation pose. As his eyes go white, just instantly goes to sleep, or air quotes sleep.
Sage, am I wearing the boots in character now? Yeah.
You are.
156 will kind of uncurl and stand up and go to take a step out of the tent and then completely fall forward because she wasn't expecting to be wearing boots.
Ein will walk forward and pick 156 back up.
Thank you. She will stand up. She seems fine now that she's stood. It was just more.
Yeah. Seems like some of us got a little bit extra. That's our encounter. From my encounter with Divinity.
Is that what happened with the orb? Did we use it?
I mean, something happened. I wasn't there, but Elf
Well,
Boy
we're
said
no
it's
longer-
gone now, so.
Well, we're no longer at risk of our heads exploding, yes.
Why would our heads
No.
explode?
Don't count out head explosions yet. It's a big
No.
world. Perhaps there's more orbs.
Please don't suggest that. I don't need more people pounding on some random orb and then my head exploding. Yes? No one wants that?
156 will reach up and pet your head gently, comfortingly.
Yes, thank you.
How is everyone doing?
Confused, but alright.
Apparently I can walk again. But since I'm walking on seem to catch fire now. I'm not sure if this is an improvement.
So, am I carrying you still or no?
Why would walking not be an improvement?
Because stuff I walk on catches fire now. Sometimes.
Couldn't
Those
you
aren't.
just-
She'll poke your boots.
as the boots are poked, they light up in fire.
He will screech in not a loud screech, but like an eep kind of screech, and pull her hand back and like beat at her hands.
I will
Meanwhile,
actually, I will actually,
warm.
yeah. Meanwhile, I will actually batter her boots and then have the fire go back. Yes.
Would you just turn it off?
Yes. If I'm thinking about it.
Huh.
I don't like
Oh.
that.
Hey then.
Ah.
You
I mean, at
don't
least it looks
like-
nice.
You don't like that the fire can be turned off, or you don't like that it is on fire?
Feet should not be aflame.
So, speaking of fire, what happened with your people, Gorm?
Oh, my new subjects are asleep. I have them watching to make sure no intruders come down to my domain.
Congratulations on the promotion.
Yeah.
Do you want a fancy hat to go with that?
He's gonna look up at his head. Gonna look back towards you. Yes.
One moment. I will go. Well, we have our belongings, right? I will go back to their belongings, and then brute through their disguise kit, and then they will give them a naval captain's hat. Here you go.
He will grab it. He will place it atop his head and keep pulling down until the horns pierce through it, and he'll put it on his head fully. Yes.
Hold on. As Ayn is doing that, 156 will drag her own bag into the corner, rustle into it, grab 2 handfuls of something, and then come back out. After he has the the hat on his head, she will open her hands and she is handing him 2 eggs.
Oh, you found it. Oh,
What?
magical. I've been searching for days for food. There's none down here.
How
Oh.
do your people normally get food?
We break boxes and barrels and stuff until food pops out. Or we kill people.
Neither of those are a viable solution to the problem of hunger.
Yeah, well,
I
you know.
would beg to differ. Killing people is a viable solution.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, the nest was our happy nest bird meal. Well, that was destroyed by you guys. So,
They'll probably rebuild.
it'll just take a couple months.
Does he take the eggs?
He does.
Okay.
He puts one in his mouth and just kind of holds it there in his cheek,
Mm.
shell and all.
Steve, what's going on with the bird in my bag?
Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Remind me, is that bird dead or alive?
It's alive.
It's alive. He wants it as a familiar.
Okay.
Well, Tyrnath probably fucking killed it.
All right.
Either that, or it probably died of starvation or getting
it wouldn't die of
crushed.
starvation, but the bird in your bag is ruffled, looking sickly, but is still alive, and is making coughing hiss noises towards you as you hear from the bag over your shoulder.
You know, this seems like less of an important question after the whole debating the morality of killing for food, but how is that big hat a disguise? Because that would make me look at a person. Well, what I'm saying is, I believe it's in the correct place because it's accomplishing its goal that you want people to look at you and all, but if you were wearing it as a disguise, it would do the opposite. Because normally disguised people don't want to be seen.
Not if other people were wearing one too.
How many naval captains are there per capita?
I don't know.
Yeah. Bida.
Ooh. 156. Do you happen to have any more eggs? I would like to feed the bird in my
Aw,
bag.
I'm dead. Gorm Gorm killed a player character. He's a real chieftain now.
Yeah. Real chief.
Sage didn't do that. I did.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
156. She can kill you with her mind.
As the snake speaks to her, she'll kind of jump, kind of like she forgot she was supposed to be afraid of him for a minute.
I I might have one. If it's for if it's for the bird,
She will go back into the corner, dig in her bag. You hear another click clack type of sound. She comes back out and hands one egg to Ein.
I will take the egg. Thank you.
I want you to hand it to Wary.
Oh.
May
Stare
I
at this
offer you
egg
an
and
egg in this trying time?
Sure,
I
I
see.
can get an egg for the bird. Hands it to Ein. Ein eats the egg. What?
I mean, look. Technically, she hasn't eaten either.
No, she can keep it. Like that whisper was OOC. If she wants to eat it, 156 will react accordingly.
Ein has 8, and they're just going to take the egg, and then they will actually just straight up cook the egg while in hand. There's a
Where he's
small.
just gonna stare at this and then look to 156.
I
Hmm?
oh
156 will just give a very dejected "oh" that I don't think picked up on my mic. Come back in here, get another egg. Walk around her. Walk over to Garridan. Hand him an egg and point to Wary.
Meanwhile, I will actually
Here's
just
an
snack.
egg.
Thank you, and thank you, 156. Hey, birdie, I have food for you. It might be same foul as you, I don't know, but here we go.
The,
I'm
That's
a,
my finger.
the bird will rapidly devour the egg, nipping at your fingers as well.
I will attempt to pet the bird, even though it's nipping at my fingers.
Roll for me an animal handling.
You're supposed to feed that bird eggs.
Hey Sage, do we feel a
Hold on.
pull to anywhere or anything?
No.
That should be a +2.
No.
I don't know why that.
With an 18, giving the strange crow-like creature, well, at least putting your hand towards it, begins to nip towards your fingers, but pushing through, you manage to begin to slowly scritch the top scruff of its feathered head, and it seems to calm a bit. No longer coughing or trying to nip at you.
Who's a pretty birdie? Well, not you, but you're a good birdie.
I suppose we're keeping that.
Why?
I will say this as she finishes cooking the egg and sort of snacks on it.
Well, yes.
Is Ein also eating the show?
Maybe.
Why didn't it?
She is a fox.
Gorm will eat the second egg as he puts that in his mouth.
how
She will tug on Garridan's shirt to get his attention.
How long does he need to sleep for?
About 4 hours.
Okay, so, Form, you said this place is protected by your new followers now?
Yeah! Good thing, too. Things are going crazy up there.
What's happening up there?
Well, there's a bunch of dust clouds, ash raining from the skies. The other clans are going a little mad, attacking each other, and
Hold on. At this, 156 will think of the donkeys and take off.
all right.
Please wait for me. Just
She'll just yell, "I'll be back" as she's walking.
I'll watch her.
This isn't hostile area anymore, so she's not worried.
You did leave your
Uh.
donkeys at the entrance to the city, though.
Well, I mean, Taraneth hid them
Yeah.
somewhere,
Yeah,
but
you have to hide them.
yes, somewhere we don't know.
no, he told us. I'm pretty sure. Wait, Sage, do I know where they're hidden? Because I thought he told us, but if I don't, then...
He gave you a general description of where they were. He didn't say this is where you need to go exactly, because you guys went ahead while he went to go and hide them, and they caught up with you guys at the entrance to the sewers. So.
Well, either way, she is going to be very concerned for the donkeys and is going to take off to try to save them.
Does anyone follow you?
I do.
He does say, "I'll be back."
Are you going to be alright going with Wari on your own?
I will stay at least 30 feet away from her. Do not worry.
He just gives
Unless-
you a thumbs up.
Alright, well, don't put yourselves out. I'll stay here just in case something happens here.
All right. Well, just grab you two as you both make your way out. Rising back up from the sewer or the dungeons themselves, you would pass by a grouping of the creatures here, the shaman and the three fallen ones that you guys knocked unconscious and put in a corner, who now seem to be all wearing a strange piece of cloth wrapped around their left wrist, and they have a scar over their right eyes, each of them. It seems to be jagged and kind of in the shape of Gorm, just like a giant G. Because, you know, Gorm marked his subjects. Anyways, you guys have passed them. They seem uncaring that you are passing them, as if they are aware that you are to be allowed passage. But they would give a wave, at least one of them, who would then be quickly pointed by another one, who then lowers his hand, being like, oh. Making your way past, though, as you get out of the dungeons, rising back up to the surface level, I'm going to put you guys on the temple map. Let's see, let me know when you guys are loaded.
I'm loaded.
Loaded.
Alright. You would find that the sky itself, as described by Gorm, is indeed ashen. It is very smoky, filled with what one would expect to be snow, but is in fact just ash falling from the sky as if it were snow. The area itself is hard to see fully. It is difficult to breathe, somewhat painful even, if you do not have some form of cloth to protect your lungs. What's more, though, is you can see that there are bands of cursed ones marching through the streets. Blades in hand, torches even, looking, hunting. There's other of these cursed ones that have different skin tones, ones that with green, ones with gray, and ones with purple. These ones fighting each other, amongst each other, as these rival clans battle it out within the streets. What's worse, though, as you're watching this, I need both of you to roll a stealth check to see if you're noticed by something which is worse.
Oh, I was not planning on this.
Let me go and add the overlay because it's all ashy up now. Alright, let's see.
Oh
That
dear.
should actually be one higher.
Alright, so that is 11 plus 13 divided by 2 plus 2 because of your passive ability from your item. Gives your average stealth of 14. Alright. Let me go check to see my things passive. All right.
At least they're actively fighting. They might have a penalty.
Well, the
Well,
thing might
the
not
thing
be
that's
actively.
worse might not be.
What you notice is this large, hulking figure with muscular form, humanoid in shape, covered in chains, just wrapped around the arms, the legs, the torso, completely naked except for a loincloth, which seems to be fairly dirty. No visible weapons upon it as it's lumbering through the streets. You'd see some of the cursed ones seeing this creature run in fear. Some of the others begin to laugh at it and are quickly stomped by the creature into paste. The creature continues to lumber, walking down the street. As you see another one makes its way up through this street, down to the main path, meeting with the other one, who begin to move their way down southwestwards. They do not seem to
The-
notice you.
The groups of fighting, do they like disperse now?
They have
or-
dispersed at this point, but you can see that they have mostly dispersed into the nearby buildings, trying to hide their presence from these creatures.
Okay. Dude, I just wanted to save the donkeys, damn it.
Yeah, no. I think this will work.
156 will stop, panting hard and remaining still to remain unseen,
There we go.
and
Carry on.
then look back at Wary, who is supposedly keeping some distance, and put a hand up telling him to stop. And she will point to one of the things as they pass, so he sees it. I mean, she figures he does anyway, but in case he doesn't. And then she'll... Oh, go ahead.
He'll kind of give her a thumbs up and then look at the thing and kind of go thumbs down.
She'll turn around and scamper back to the group.
All right. To be clear, the streets did look clear after the creature left, but I'm just letting you know that there is greater threats to be had.
Well, yeah, but if they're in the houses, then I doubt they're gonna let me walk through this courtyard with
Yeah.
my donkeys. Which is what I wanted to do, was bring them into a house.
I see.
Or just somewhere with covering.
But it is easy enough to return to the party. Hang on, it'll be over there. Alright. While they were gone, what were you guys doing?
Cooking
Uh,
breakfast.
Cooking breakfast, and poverty stew is literally just what they use. It's what they used to do in older times, where they just sort of like fucking flour, water, and dried meat and stuff into a quote unquote stew.
You have flour?
I don't think we do. We have oats though, which is
Poverty
It's basically
stew.
just-
We had water warmed.
yes.
Yes. You find your companions racing their way back into the chamber. No donkeys amongst them. Also, they weren't gone for very long.
So we're not getting our deposit back.
They might still be safe.
156 looks very dejected that she couldn't go and get them.
We saw something out there. It wasn't safe to go get them.
Well, I'm sure Taranath hit them very, very well.
This is what you notice, by the way.
We
Why always with the nipples?
Okay.
Seeing
Can
it.
we? I'm not seeing anything. Can I get re-centered?
Oh, okay then.
Oh God.
That's a nipple offense right there.
Don't worry about it.
so Gorm, there are many tribes fighting in the streets up there.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know really. Sometimes when the crater activates, it causes the ash to fall and makes some of the tribes a little crazy, but it's a bit different. Um, we don't really fight each other when that activates. It's more of like a bloodlust to go out and raid. Um, I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Could could it have anything to do with the the what we saw out there? It it was it was a big giant hulking meat thing wrapped in chains. It
Gorebelly.
stomped on a few of huh?
Gorebelly. What they called. Gorebelly.
Oh,
Um,
we
some of the
we
tribes
killed a
use
few
them
of them.
as slaves. If they are walking about with no people, then they are free. Slave rebellion.
Do you think that's why the tribes are fighting amongst each other?
Could be, yes. Could be trying to gain control of slave pits.
Y'all,
Curiosity, when did the crater start acting up?
That would have been 3 days ago.
So about the time we fell unconscious.
I mean, give or take, I don't know exacts.
well, the tribes are all still out there, but they're in the houses, and I didn't think we could bring the donkeys through the streets.
They're probably not safe. They'll see the donkeys as food.
Yeah.
Also, you have donkeys?
Oh, Taraneth hid them very well.
He
I'm
licks his lips.
sure there's still a chance.
Or
Yes.
the donkeys are not for eating; they are for sleeping with.
Oh.
What?
Yes, they provide good warmth, almost as good as 156.
Oh.
She'll
Okay.
hiss at you a little bit as she remembers that.
Okay. Just going to... You know,
Go,
they're for food, right?
At last resort, but that's true for anything.
There. There.
Orm, what will you do if the tribes that were fighting up there decide to come down here?
We'll bar the doors.
You might want to get on that.
Door's not barred.
I mean, I walked through them.
Frickin' I told them to bar the doors, but no, never listened to frickin' Gorm. I'm their overseer, god damn it!
He leaves and goes and berates his people.
It seems that he is adjusting to his new role quite well.
Hmm.
Are you muted, Wander?
God damn it! What have I been muted the entire time?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, more importantly, what do we do from here?
Well, we have to wait for Taraneth.
Yes. I meant afterwards.
They go get the donkeys.
After that, where are we going from here? We have a greater purpose. But that's a
we have
long-term
to-
one.
We have to go find that elf, right?
Yes? Where will we even start?
Let's worry about the.
Library. I mean, maybe Taraneth knows. Isn't he a rebel or something?
Our friend at the tavern might know, or the wizard.
Perhaps we should focus on the immediate thing first of getting back over the border.
Yes. And
But that's what we have to decide. Coming back over the border again is not going to be easy. So are we done here?
are we?
Why wouldn't we be?
I suppose we could explore the city, maybe crush the rebel fallen tribes, and, solidify Gorm's control of this area.
Um, Listen,
Um,
you guys, I don't mean to be that guy, but the longer they fight, the less they're out like raiding and killing people.
yes.
Plus, I think they just respawn later on, so they're not
Yes,
really dying.
my point is, what do we have to do here?
We've accomplished our goal here, which is to not have those demons smash that divinity shard or whatever it was, and then blow us up in the process.
Staying alive is good.
I do have one concern about going back to where we came from, though. You
Just
do
one.
remember? You do remember what happened to the last person who came back from across the border? Yes.
Yeah, but didn't we? Don't we have the power of bribery? And like, instead of just a sham trial?
That only
Well,
goes so far. That and something tells me that part of the reason the last person might have met their end was because somebody was worried about things here. It's a far-fetched guess, though.
I thought we all agreed that the last person didn't actually cross the border.
Yes, but it's still an excuse to kill these people that you have them executed for it.
right, so I I'm all for getting out of the dying lands as soon as possible. If we're going back, if we can avoid people on the roads, we shouldn't have too much of a problem getting into the city, right? It it is what we paid for.
Hmm,
Indeed.
maybe I'm just a pessimist.
Oh, either way, should we could ask Tyranath once he awakens, quote unquote. He might know where to find this leader of the rebellion.
Yeah, we have to wait till he wakes anyway. It might be a good idea to just wait before making decisions.
Let's do that then.
Would you like to pass the time until Terranif wakes then?
Mm, Uh,
Yeah.
yes, we should probably set a guard too, since there's actual fighting there.
Alright. Well, a watch is set up as your party. Some of you sit and take short rests, some of you watch the stairs or watch the area, some of you might be playing games as you're waiting to pass the time. Either way, though, 4 hours do pass uneventfully down below, and Terranef eventually wakes from his slumber. I definitely needed that.
Feeling refreshed then?
Very much so. Thank you for watching over me.
Sort of seems like the least we could do, all things considered.
Anyways, what's the plan? Are we done within the city, or is more to be had here?
So, something we were interested in trying to do is we saw visions of an elven ruler leading some sort of rebellion. We think that's sort of the next thing we're meant to be do. But to be quite honest, we have no idea who, how, or where.
Elven man and rebellion. Is this rebellion against Vazia or some other rebellion?
I'm pretty sure it's against. I'm pretty sure it's the one against Vazir, right? Like,
In short, are we hiring?
I mean, the Order is always looking for recruits. And, what does the Elven man look like? There's a few Elven, actually, a lot, considering. But a few within my sect of Elven heritage.
I'll just describe what we experienced.
Are you describing like the like full dream, or just describing the person?
No, yeah, I'll describe the full Monty,
Okay. 1 second.
and hope he doesn't explode.
Alright, I was being talked at. Let's see here. Upon hearing the description of a puppet master of sorts, one pulling the strings, and not just the Baron, but also of the Order of the Everbloom, Karanaf has a grim look upon his face, and then looks up. That is certainly very concerning. And I do know who you speak of. That is our leader. That is... Just grab this character's name real quick. It is Xanthos. Doesn't have any surname to my knowledge. I think he's an outcast of his clan up north, but he's been leading us well and true past couple of years now. He looks over to Ein.
Sorry, say that again. I was messing with my headset.
He's just looking towards you, kind of getting an idea if you trust these people fully.
I would simply give a nod.
Well,
They're fate-bound either way.
fair enough. Xanthos and the Order of the Everbloom's headquarters lies within the hamlet of Ravenshire, within the Duskwood. I know the way and I know the passes to get us there safely through the woods to avoid any of the patrols that have been scouring them for our cause.
That does sound safer than going back to where we were.
Fortunately, it is on the northern edge of Asia, so unless we travel through the Dying Lands into... just 1 second. Okay, sorry. Unless we travel through the Dying Lands into Rayla, we'll have to be passing through the border once more, and traveling through Vazia for a time. Even then, we'll either have to go through the northwestern edge of Vazia, or pass through the mountains.
Oh, we still have that one disc.
Oh, Sage, just refresh my memory. Going north out of the border wasn't frowned upon, right?
Correct.
It was just going south.
The
So
main
once we-
problem is we have 2 resistance members here.
Like, if we are crossing, I don't know how you managed to cross, but if I am seen, it's likely they will apprehend us all.
she'll hold up the disc that she has to show him when he says, "I don't know how you managed to cross."
Huh. Well, that is certainly a boon. Cross it, no problem with that. They might search us. They tend to do random searches even if you carry the disc, but so long as I remain hidden, should be fine.
That's fine. Worst case scenario, I'll dress you up, and they won't know the difference. It's my specialty, after all.
That could work. Certainly would need some form of disguise for... kind of motions towards 156 and wary.
Yes.
Well, we still have the cloaks from earlier.
Indeed.
So
Yes. But maybe a little more won't hurt. Wary will be a bit more difficult.
Well, as long as you disguise their tail with some form of overly long robe, that perhaps can be revealed, no problem.
Mhm.
I think the best bet will be disguising which part of the northern border we would like to cross into.
Yes.
As he will pull out a map of his own. I want to put you guys on the Kydron map. So, we have the main road we can take back just through Marden, back into Tranmere. It's a fairly straight shot from there, along the road past Sharnwick into the Duskwood. And I'm going to mark the village of Ravenshire visible for you guys. It's just at the northern pass there, hidden within the copse of trees.
And where are we now?
You guys are in Cadis, way down here.
Okay.
And that is Ravenshire up there. So it
That's a long journey.
is a fairly straight shot at least, but it is a long journey. We could try passing through some of the more open terrain, through the trail there, or some of the game trails up this way. Less likely to be encountered any guards if we wish to avoid them, but with the badge I don't think that's really an issue. It's more of if we wish to avoid any of the larger towns, in which case we would like to try the passes, the roads and whatnot. Either way, I know the land well enough so I can guide us wherever we might need to go.
I think we should maybe risk going through town. We that wizard guy with the house that was bigger on the inside, he seemed to know a lot and be willing to help us. If we told him what we saw down here, he might be able to help us figure out what happened to the orb.
We do also have an agent in Chimera that who has been helpful.
Ryan,
We should
yes.
probably collect them.
We should make sure that he is well cared for. We want him to be... Things have been getting a little dicey with all the border
Yes.
crossing issues, so...
It might be time to evacuate.
Agreed. I haven't dealt with Zeno much, but if he has been helpful for you, then I suppose we could see what he can provide us.
He's been a good bar master. Innkeeper. So
To be clear, Zeno Palamas is the mage of the tower, and Ryan Ripley
Oh
is the
no, not
captain.
Zeno. Yeah, no, I was referring to.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Gotcha. Alright, well, if we are to make our way through Tranmere, that should be a fairly straight shot then. We can arrive swiftly, no problem, but
Ah, there is one problem. Remember how we?
did you make a deal with them? Allow safe travel through their land?
Yes, but that was also before we.
Sort of before the open warfare. Also,
Right,
we may have tricked them.
I see. Perhaps
Which
avoid the road
the
in that
trick?
area then.
Yes, that's less a trick and more of a complete con.
I did.
Set up contingency, she'll pout.
No, you did. You did. It's just, you know,
Nobody
if they were,
expected it to rain fire and brimstone right now.
yes, what if they might blame us for their misfortune?
Right, I'm gonna put us back on the depths map.
So perhaps we circumvent that city, and then we head back into Tremere, pick up, resolve our business there. Then we'll see how necessary it is to avoid cities from there.
Sounds like a plan. Perhaps resupply on food, or we'll have to go hunting
Yes.
on the way up.
Before any of that, however, we have to get to the donkeys and cart and hope they are still there.
Agreed.
That or prepare to walk on foot.
Oh, yeah, you should know about what we saw up there, Ternath.
She'll explain to him the picture and the fighting and the everything I already said 10 minutes ago.
Gotcha. I knew about the tribes fighting, but never heard of a gore belly. I fought many of these creatures, but those must be more focused within the deeper parts of the Dying Lands. Does not sound fun. Whatever it can do, though.
So
Best to avoid.
yes, best
Yes.
avoided.
Well,
In
If
that
you say
case-
so, I think we could take them.
I'd rather not risk the trouble.
Probably not. As interesting as it would be, yes, it's not worth the trouble.
more than that,
To battle.
no, go ahead.
No, nothing.
But-
Probably should. I'm going to refrain from that suggestion just in case.
Something we could do is see about getting a symbol of Overseer Gorm. He might be able to provide us the symbol of the Overseer that we defeated down below as a means of passage through the city for those who might be willing to communicate. If we are in the need to try to avoid it in that way. Just in case.
That's probably a good primary plan. Although I'm worried that it might also paint a target on us, since there appears to be inter-tribal warfare at this point.
We'll probably have a target on us either way, walking
Yeah.
through. We are outsiders, and we have donkeys.
We
I don't
could
think
always
it will make us more of a target.
we could always try the sewers again.
I'd rather not go back to the tentacle-infested sewer.
How are we gonna get the donkeys through the sewers? You couldn't even get through the sewers without
Well,
almost killing
the
yourself.
donkeys are outside of the city proper.
Okay. So in that case, let's make our way out.
Right. City streets, then, since you don't seem to want to go through the sewers.
Yes.
Alright.
I thought Wary was saying he wanted to come back through the sewers, because I would assume the sewers expand north as well.
Yeah, the sewers go throughout the entire city. They can get you pretty much any part of the city as well as the outskirts of the city as well. So.
Talking about going out. Why would I want to come back?
Yeah, no. We're just leaving.
Let's leave and come back through the sewers just for fun.
Because... Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
No.
Let's see about Gorm then.
Alright.
Alright. I'm just gonna gather you guys for ease. Whoop. Making your way back up, you would return back to the main entry chamber where you'd see Gorm is currently berating a few of his fallen ones. Let me go make them visible and place them over there because Gorm's currently not visible. And Gorm, I'm gonna go grab him and drag him over there as well. And there you go.
Alright, listen. You need to close and bar the door. Barring means that it is closed fully, not slightly ajar, not slightly creaked. Fully closed. There's not a seam in between the wood. I guess there won't be a seam. And then there's a wooden block in between the two doors so it doesn't open. You got it? Yes? No.
He smacks his head.
One more time. Bar.
That's why he's your overseer.
156 will say in confidence to Gorm.
Look over his shoulder.
Yes. Now listen to me very carefully. You.
But, Gorm,
Yep.
Can-
Yes.
can we go out before you bar the doors?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Open the
Thank
doors.
you.
Oh, okay. I thought you said not open the door. Open the doors now. Okay.
You're practicing closing and barring. We're helping.
Yeah, we'll open
At the
to you.
pleasure of Overseer Gorm, of course.
Of course. Yes, that is.
Whom wearer of the fanciest hat.
Yes. It's a symbol of my overseer nature.
Hey, Gorm, speaking of symbols, do you have a symbol of the old overseers that those who don't know about your rise to power yet might, not attack us when we leave?
Yeah, I took it. It's mine now.
Could I maybe trade you it for eggs? You want your own symbol anyway. Why would you want a symbol of the old overseer?
Only persuasion.
Uh, 18.
How many eggs?
She will hold up 2 fingers.
That seems like a lot. Done!
He'll pull out from his cloth upon his back, which looked like a cape, but was in fact just a sack kind of tied around his neck. He'll pull out a metal disc that bears the symbol of, appears to be some demonic face with a bunch of like little gur art, kind of like a Captain Tusk too from Critical Role, just more gur and arg. Just kind of hands it to you.
She will open her pack and hand him 2 eggs.
Oh, I suppose that does make sense. That was 2 fingers. Deal's a deal, though. And you! Now you need to open the door fully and then bar it, and you will get the second egg as a reward for being not an idiot.
Did he think it was 11 or?
He thought it was 11, yes. Alright, these two
Did he
will
just
open
say
the
to
door.
open the door and bar it?
He said open
Are
the
they
door, then
barring
bar
it open?
when you guys leave.
Okay.
156 will head out.
Alright.
Good luck on your reign, Gorm.
Yes. Wait, I need no luck. I am overseer.
Yes, and may you rule for 1,000 years. Also, give me one.
Okay.
You were saying that to him. May you rule for 1,000 years. Also, give me 1 moment of that 1,000 years.
Good luck, Gorm. Make sure that if things do not work out, you run. You are enjoyable.
Yeah. Okay, I mean, of course. And you... be wary.
I am always wary.
Yes.
Alright.
John is on the phone. Give him a minute.
Alright, quick break, about like 5-10 minutes or something like that. I gotta be right back. Boop.
then what you have to do is just which you could even go and save as a Word document. But if it opens up in the same website, there's literally just a button that says apply now, and it'll let you choose which resume you do and just use the more recent one. Yep. Text me if you need anything. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you could search for pretty much anything you want. You can highlight different titles. Yeah. Yeah, it's all that. I mean, it's you don't really even you have like who calls your home phone. Yeah, exactly. Yep, no problem. But
We're taking a 5 to 10, so go like AFK if you want.
I'm just actually yeah, I'll get up and use the bathroom. Hey, Twitch chat, thanks for looking out. Also, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Alright, sorry about that. I am back.
Hello.
Yes,
Oh.
hello. I have C2 Rs. I hear a voice of a third, so that means 3 Rs. That's 4. Aha! Alright. So, as everyone has returned, and our friendly neighborhood Gorm has provided the party with a symbol of his newly formed clan, or at least the old clan, which is probably the better choice. The party finds themselves back upon the streets of Gadis, ready to travel.
Yes. May the rule of the House of Gorm shall rule for 1,000 years.
Yeah! And there.
He'll be dead within a week.
Probably. Alright. Back to the map, though. You guys find the streets still fairly empty. You can see that some of the buildings within the streets, there are creatures poking their heads out the windows in anticipation or hope that whatever creature has been scaring them, which you now know to be known as a gore belly, is no longer within earshot. But you guys are free to travel. You're free to move as you so fit.
Now let's move back to Cadron then, not Cadron, Tranmere. We're going back to Tranmere, right?
And you are traveling through the city, correct?
You're muted, Remy.
Yeah. Steph is just going through the city and getting to the donkeys, though.
Yes.
The question is, do we know our way through the city? We came through the sewers.
You do not know the way through the city, unfortunately, as you did indeed go through the sewers. But you know the general direction you need to go, and you know about where the gate is just from the wall positioning, because there's guard towers nearby where you guys came in from. So it's not too difficult to know which direction you need to go. It's just which streets you need to go down that don't end in a dead end or end in a location that is perhaps not the best location to be. Anyways, as the party begins to travel through the city, I need one person to take lead on this venture. Specifically,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'll do it.
Very good, very good. Specifically, you'll be rolling a survival or a... since you are not actually dealing with creatures, a survival or a stealth check to make your way through the city. I was going to say gossip, but these creatures aren't exactly things you will likely be talking to ask for directions. So...
At that moment, we stop a gore belly and say, "Hey, which way to the gates?"
Sean had to go AFK.
Oh no.
I think his mom called back. But I will, use stealth.
Alright. Roll me that good old stealth check.
And this is +1, because I forgot to fix the token.
Alright. 11 on your stealth. Giving you your bonuses. Are you including the bonus you have from your item or no?
A +1? Yes.
Why,
I
I
don't
more
have
mean
the-
of your skulker ability. Whenever you're in charge of leading your party through stealth, you add your proficiency bonus to the average stealth of the party. Since there's only one roll being required, you just add 2 essentially.
Oh, I didn't realize I could do that if the party wasn't... Oh.
Yep.
No, that is not. So it'll be 13 total.
Right, very good. With a 13 total, the party making their way through the city. Unfortunately, while you're making your way through the city, you are going the right direction. However, a band notices the party, and they might not be friendly. We will determine what type of band they are by rolling the encounter check. Let's see here. Go into my little notes to see what type I am rolling for. Let's see.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
First, I thought he said band, and I was thinking heavy metal or rock.
Alright, we gotta roll a d8. Well, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Alright. As you are making way through the city, you'd see the corpses of many of the fallen, as well as a few fallen shaman. More of them, and even more, yet litter the streets as you continue to press on down the path. You begin to hear sounds of crunching, of bones and ripping of flesh. You don't quite see what is causing these sounds. Do you choose to turn back and lose time, or do you choose to press forward?
How close are they?
Within, like 60 or so feet. You can't see them because they're around a corner, but you do hear the sounds that they are making. And for ease, you guys are essentially, make sure this map's visible. Okay, cool. There you go. You guys are essentially here. You're in the lead, so you'd be up front, and then the party would be back like so.
And what corner do I hear them around?
Around this corner here.
Um, I guess. I can. I can see that this opens up to a wide area, while this is a narrow passage. Obviously, I don't know this is here. Um, He's gonna try to double back and go this way. I'm assuming we're going to the right, right?
Yeah.
Or are we going north?
You are trying to go this way.
Okay, so she'll double back and try to head this direction.
All right. Stealthing your way down and away from the creatures, I need the party to roll a stealth check with 156 as the leader. Let's get that average stealth. I go roll for Karanaf as well.
Wow, well my stealth's an 11, but god fuck.
Well, technically, you only add the 1. Because the benefit of it being +2 to your average stealth is that I grab everyone's total, divide it by the number of people participating, and then add 2 to that, so it's actually stronger than just adding +2 to your number.
Oh, well then it's 9.
Yeah. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am missing one person. I am missing the Ein.
How do I add a bonus in the macro? Like, how do I add a +1 to that? Because it's just 1 for train, 2 for expertise.
1 second. You're going to want to have
Okay.
a custom skill for it, so.
Oh, okay.
So I added the skill thing to your bitty boop, and let's see here. Try using your selection window skill check now.
Okay.
Also, Wanderer, you there? Need your stealth check. Did not seem to work. Let me go check that real quick. All right, it's a little complicated. I'll make sure to update it for next time.
Okay.
I don't want to waste too much time on fixing it because it will take a bit more than just like a change of a code of a line. Anyways, let's see here. We got your stealth now, so that is good to go. And then we do the dividing. Alright, your average stealth is 17. As the party begins to make their way through these streets, giving a bit of a detour away from the sounds of flesh being torn, bodies being eaten, the corpses littering the pathway here. Likely the remains of what battle took place from the warring clans. You get to this point and you see that there are several strange dog, rat. It's really hard to describe what these things are, but they are of small size, about the size of I would say, like a beagle, with this large pig-like snout that extends into more of a canine-like length, with large jagged teeth, a large chest that seems to have teeth coming from itself, and a mane, kind of like a lion, covering from its scalp all the way down its back into a weird tail. I'm going to poke some of their tokens down real quick so you can see what they look like, and by that I mean I'm going to plop their handout down because you're avoiding this encounter. But, go grab them. This is what you just avoided.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also see, as you're passing down further along, for those who are a bit more perceptive of the party,
Just
you would,
Taraneth, because we all have the same perception.
well, he would notice, and pointing it out to the party, these bat-like demons flying and also feasting on some of the bodies. But yeah, overall, since the encounter was not I'm not going to worry about numbers, but for clarity, the scavengers come in packs between 2 and 16, so I'd be rolling a d15 plus 1 to see how many of them there are, and then the fiend wings come in brood of 2 to 8, so I'd be rolling a d7 plus 1 for them to see how many are actually in the field for this encounter, if you guys did not avoid it. But you guys did, successfully, as you managed to stealth past these creatures. It's a bit of time delayed, so you're not fully out of the woods just yet, but you do manage to get past into the next area. I need another stealth check by 156.
Yeah, good job, 156. You fucking did it.
Plus 1.
Alright, so that is 14, 16 total. Alright, with that you manage to push your way through the city itself, avoiding several of the different patrols. No problem there. Just stealthing your way along the path, through the main road, moving from building to building to avoid any of the larger patrols or some of the gore bellies that seem to pass along the pathways. Eventually getting your way fairly close to the city gates at this point. You're still about an hour away, but you're getting there. One more check. This one is a success. You have one more, and we'll see if that succeeds or not.
Okay. $11.
Alright, that's a total of 13, which means
I cannot roll. Fuck.
you're having so many issues, yeah. Fortunately, that is another failure. I will roll a d8 in just a moment to see what's in this area. But you would come upon... I'll put you guys here, so you're not actually in the main thoroughfare just yet. There you go, Control F for you guys. Let's see what type of encounter this is. Oh, it's the fun one. Okay.
Fun for
Give 'em.
who,
The
Sage?
one I did not want to roll.
I
Alright,
feel my trial is already upon me.
so...
I feel like our caster should have been casting guidance and we didn't think about that.
Probably. It wouldn't have mattered too much, though, because essentially guidance only lasts for a minute, and stealthing is over more than a minute, and if you stealth and are casting guidance, which is a noisy spell, it's basically a wash. And benefit.
Fair enough.
It can be used if you're doing like a short stealth, like from this building to here, definitely can be used, but for any of these like overtime things, it's an issue. Anyways, As you get to this point, you find the road up ahead completely littered with bodies and something more. You see a large, hulking form feasting upon the flesh of the dead. You've seen this creature before, 156, as well as Wary. You see one of the gore bellies, true to its name, shoving the gore of the dead down its gullet whole. Not even chewing, just straight down. And specifically, I need everyone to roll me a stealth check. Because these things actually have a decent perception, relatively.
What the fuck?
Oh, you're so bad luck. Your dice need to
Do
be
you
remade.
do you want the recap inspiration?
I mean, we already got a 6, so I don't think we're avoiding this anyway.
Well, yes, but you can add a lot to our average, so
Yeah, it is an
might
average
as well
stealth
take
check,
it.
so.
Oh, sure. Does that give me advantage, or
Yeah,
how
you
does
can
it?
reroll
Just
again.
roll again.
It is indeed advantage. So. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
14.
6. There we go. That's the 6 I needed. Party's average stealth is 15. Well, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Well, check their passive real quick. And for ease, we'll plop their tokens down. So you have this one here who's currently devouring a body. I'm going to roll to see. Oh, it's not visible. That's my bad. This one
Out of, cu-
here who's currently devouring a body. And I'm going to roll to see how many are currently in the area.
out of curiosity, where is the road going? Because it looks like we're in a dead end.
So this here is an overhang, an archway that has a small door that's currently open that allows passage through this road. So as you can see, the road
Okay.
is through there that leads to this main thoroughfare. You guys are in a dead end though, as unfortunately the initial stealth check wasn't the best. So it's not really a dead end because there's a way out. It's just a dead end for terms of avoiding the main thoroughfares. Fortunately, I did roll a 1, so there's only one that you guys can see, and there's only one, in fact, in the area. But, you guys currently are not noticed, as the creature is fully enthralled by its meals. It's devouring the corpses.
So where are we going from here to get out of the city?
You need to go this way.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to lead them around the path that wanders, like, get this building between us, and then shoop de whoop.
Alright. Making your way forward, pushing through here one at a time as you notice the creature looking up. You hold a moment before it looks back down to its meal, and 156 pushes through, holding here to let the others know when to pass. The creature continues to devour the fallen, cursed ones that is eating. Eventually, the party all manage to make their way past the door and into the small alcove here, and through the alleyway to the main thoroughfare down below. At this point, you are once more visible and in a larger open area, but fortunately there is some grass that provides cover. And with 156's guidance, the party does manage to push their way through and out to the main gates. If you did not have your boots +2 to average stealth, that would have been a fail, by the way. So,
Good boots, good boots.
good boots.
Good
Alright.
inspiration too.
It would have been failed without the inspiration use. But you guys managed to make your way out and are now at the Cadus Gates map. Making your way here. I'm just going to roll a d100 to see if there's any encounter at this position currently, because this is not guaranteed. Check. Moving your way through, the gates look to be fairly open, actually. There's no signs of recently slain. There's no signs of creatures hiding within the doors. There's no signs of creatures floating or flying from up above. No gore bellies making noises off in the distance. It's fairly clear, actually.
So Sage, just because it's not on this map, is it still ash coming down, or
There's
did
still
that,
ash,
like...
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just an overlay I need to add.
Yeah, it's not important. I just wanted to make sure. Uh,
Yes. The area itself is open, and Terranaf, as you guys make your way out with the guidance of 156, would lead you to the hiding spot of the mules, who, for the most part, while they are looking a little sickly due to the ash in their lungs, breathing in all the ash, that is, not actually, that they have it in their lungs. Anyways, they are for the most part healthy. They have been feeding upon the grass within the area. They are well fed. There's plenty of water for them to drink by, as there's a nearby stream that Terranef managed to find them. They just aren't doing too well with the air quality here, essentially. But you have reacquired Primrose and Betsy, as well as your wagon. Not technically in this location here, but it's off map. But for ease, it's yeah. Because this map had no encounter because it rolled a 3, which is good. So now that you have reacquired your wagon, it's time to travel northwards. To the world map we go.
Yeah, time to get the fuck out.
So, when would you like to deviate from the path to avoid Marden? Or would you like to not avoid Marden?
what is this? Or is this forest? Is this mountain?
That is forested hills.
Uh, my suggestion is the party should stay a half mile back and let me do a quick scout of the outskirts of the city. Because, I mean, they might not even be there. If there's like a war of the tribes going on.
Sure, but a half mile is pretty bit large distance if you get in trouble.
Uh, okay, less
I mean,
than that?
I guess you're a rogue and you can move dash cunning action dash to try to get away, but it is if you wanted to do like a quarter of a mile or something, I think we'd still be out of like visibility range of like anyone still in Marden.
Sure, we'll do a quarter mile.
All right.
But I'm totally fine if you want to scout that out.
One thing to note, thanks to my legacy item, we have 50% more speed in overland travel. So I'm not sure if that might matter here.
It will be beneficial, yes. And
Yeah.
because we are at this point doing overland travel.
Mm,
In addition, are you leading the party through this overland travel? So if there's any checks that might be relevant, would you be taking lead?
Sure.
Okay. It comes in relevance because of your item as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Or
right.
in case we had to do forced march or something to escape a patrol.
Indeed. But yes, with 156 taking a bit of a head start, leading the party forward. Other than that, Ein actually guiding the caravan, the wagon, as it were, through the roads and the hillsides of the dying lands. The party begins to make their way forward. Would you like to move at a slow, medium, or fast pace?
I would say you should go at a slow if you're trying to wait for me. Keep moving, but don't advance too quick. Only within the last quarter mile, though.
medium and then slow for the last bit. Although our slow here is still 1.5 times speed, so ish. Let's do that then. Medium and then slow for the last quarter mile, but with the overland travel speed bonus, which I think would actually apply to 156 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's scouting ahead, so she is benefiting from your ability. Because she's within range. Anyways,
And
so
visually,
man, that's slow.
ability is just leaving sparks as you walk, I guess.
Very good, very good. All right. You guys are currently on a highway, so that is pretty good. All right. Making your way down the path. 15, 40. spending 4 hours of travel along the highway here. With the guidance of Ein, you're able to avoid many of the issues or barriers that might prevent your passage or halt it in some way. Getting a lot of speed, more than one would expect, in fact, because you recall that the travel to Cadus was actually quite slow. You guys are already almost out of the Dying Lands, just with 4 hours of travel. However, at this point in time, there is an encounter check, which you will have forewarning of, depending on what happens with 156, if there is indeed an encounter. Which there is not. So, pressing onwards. Let me go adjust the time real quick, because I believe it's actually getting dark at this point in time. It is indeed, because it is of the current time of year. Alright. Would you guys like to press on through the night, or set up camp off-road somewhere?
We should probably camp. I can't imagine traveling at night is beneficial to us, other than, just raw speed.
Alright. Very good, very good. Well, in that case, I believe I have a fanciful macro for party. I removed that fanciful macro because I'm an idiot. Anyways, watch order. Who's first?
I'll take first, because 156 likes to sleep. She doesn't want to be woken up.
Who is second?
I think we had Wary and Tyranath second, and then we had Ein, and then it was me, I believe.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Alright, I'll just copy that, paste that real quick, and then go into this one. I had a new freaking macro for the watch order. Watch order. Boop. Alright, there we go. Alright. So, during the night, is there an encounter? Would you like to spend Destiny to adjust my roll?
Nah. I mean, unless someone else does, but
No.
we'll deal with it.
Alright. I need another. Could have been worse. Could have been much better. Could have been worse. Alright. Put you guys to the side real quick. There we go. And grabbing your tokens from the gates map. Let's go and put you guys. You guys are in the forest. Let me grab a forest encounter. Let's do number 2. Alright. Let's set up your camp over here. Kind of off-road a bit.
When your DM asks if you want to change the encounter.
It's true. Alright, feel free to... Who am I missing? There. You blended in with the road, apparently, 156. You were super stealthy. Alright, feel free to place where you would be in the camp. This is your current campsite. If you have any 10-second, plop some of those down. Otherwise, we are good, and I'm good to start grabbing my encounter.
Oh, which watch does your encounter show up in?
Right.
Because that determines where we'd be.
This is first watch.
Okay. I forget, can I sit on top of the wagon, or is it too much of a soft top for that?
How heavy are you?
I don't know. Without gear, not very heavy.
Most rat folk tend to be about like 30, 40 pounds without gear. With gear, you definitely could not. Without gear, though, probably.
I mean, I'm only wearing a hunter's coat and boots. Like, I wouldn't, like, have my bag and stuff with me.
What armor are you wearing?
The hunter's coat.
Oh, right. I'm a derp. You're on the cusp. If you are doing anything vigorous, you might have issue, but you should be fine to just sit on it.
Yeah, she just wants the vantage. And so she doesn't have to sit on the cold ground. And she'll scrabble up and be sitting on top of the carriage.
Alright. Now you're free.
And okay, I think we just tried to move my token at the same time.
All right, and where would Garridan be? I was going to change your.
Well, this is during first watch, right?
Yeah.
I mean, probably sleeping because I'm on last watch.
I just mean more
So
of like
just
where in camp.
in the wagon.
All right, very
To
good.
not be cold.
3 in the wagon, 156 atop the wagon. I'm going to give you an elevation for your token. There you go. And you're good there with you're sleeping with the mules, wary, so we're good there. All right, let's determine which type of patrol this is.
Blind type.
A flying patrol, yes.
What?
Didn't you say flying type?
I said blind.
Oh.
Like, cannot see, like, will pass right by
I
us.
see. I see. Well, could have been worse. Could have been better. As you are resting within your wagon and as you are keeping watch, I need you to roll me a perception check. 156. As I'm going to go grab some forest ambience.
Excuse me.
Alright. With a 14, you notice that there is movement within the brush. You're not quite sure what it is at this point in time. But you see that there is something moving nearby. Something relative size. Would you like to maintain the party's... Or would you like to keep the party's position hidden, or would you like to do something else?
Can I pull out my crossbow and ready in action to shoot if it, like, seems to have obvious intent to make for the party? But just watch it and keep us hidden.
Alright. Yes, you can. Crossbow is easily pulling out. I need you to roll me a stealth check. I need to roll these things a stealth check to see that.
Oh my god,
You're
I have a
cursed.
+8. How have I not rolled above an 11?
You were freaking cursed. Alright. Well, fortunately, you do see these creatures as they begin to move through the undergrowth. Moving along the path, pushing through some of the woods, you see that there is a patrol of hunched over humanoid-like figures pushing their way beyond and through the undergrowth. They don't quite see you yet, however, one pauses and begins to sniff the air. I'm making the visible for you. Begins to sniff, moving along the path here. Sniffing through the grass.
I will,
Begins to sniff the dirt here. The others begin to move towards it.
I will attempt to silently jump down.
Alright. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay. This is
Right.
not the one that mattered hugely, but sure.
Hey, you rolled above an 11. Take it.
Good.
It's true. Alright, you slowly make your way down. No noise made as you land upon the snow beneath the wagon. Creature's still sniffing at the dirt, moving closer to the party's camp. Doesn't
You
quite seem to see
will-
you guys just yet. And while I'm doing this, I'm actually going to go and add an overlay real quick because it's nighttime.
He will scramble into the thing. Wagon. I wanted to say caravan, but then I'm like, no, it's not. It's only one. She'll scramble into the wagon and wake everybody up by putting her paw hand over their mouth and putting her other hand to her own mouth, like like a quiet thing.
Who do you wake up first?
Tyranath, because he's closest to the entrance.
Alright. He would open his eyes, seeing where your hand is and what you're doing. He will not make a sound. Give a nod as he reaches for a blade.
Garrison is second. Oh, she will also hold up 5 fingers to him.
Alright. Well, it confirms his nod.
And then she will point to him to go wake Wary up.
He'll slip his way out. May roll his stealth check. Because they are getting closer, which means they're almost in sight range, I believe, from your dark vision.
She
On
will
the-
wake Garrison and Ein up the same way.
Give a little poke as he does a little shush motion with his mouth.
Yeah, where it would kind of just stretch, because poke, not really exactly, you know.
As he does that, he kind of pats you on the shoulder and goes,
Oh.
She would take her hand back from Ein, trying to nibble on her, and just look at her hand and look at Ein, but then re-motion to her mouth to be quiet, and motions to her weapon.
You begin to hear growling, everyone who has been woken at this point. Hear sounds of snow clomping, being stepped upon, branches snapping. Everyone roll me initiative. As the creature has noticed the mules.
Sage, can I move the tarp and shoot from inside the
Yeah.
wagon? Okay.
That's. I don't think I have that much to initiative. Maybe 3, 4, 5. I think it's doubling my initiative bonus. Because I have a knit mods 5, but
Are you, Oh, and knit mods is if you have anything adding to initiative beyond the base.
does your base also include intelligence?
It does.
Okay, well then, my total initiative should be 3, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, plus 8.
Alright, so 1927.08. Gotcha.
3, 4, 5, yeah, 8.
Alright, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4, that's good. Alright. Begin with Garrison.
Alright, gonna get out. We'll move here and cast Mage Armor.
Very good. 1, 5, 6. Unless you want to do anything else.
Nope, I mean that's my move and action, and I'm not really gonna use a bonus for the moment.
I'm gonna shoot the Peastrog.
Excellent. I'm going to add some
Is
detail real quick
it-
to the trees, just so it's easier to tell what you can and cannot see. But you're gonna shoot.
Oh, I'm not impersonated.
Alright. Are you using a bow or a crossbow? I don't remember.
Short bow.
Short bow. Right. Drawing back on the string of your bow, an arrow is loosed and flies towards the Festrog as it pierces into its side. The hound is injured by the blow, but is still standing and now angered as it looks towards the wagon. As the arrow pierces it, you see a bunch of strange pustules upon the creature's back pop and spurt this foul liquid out towards you, but you are fairly far away. Alright, anything else?
No, I'm good.
Wary.
Wary's gonna pull out his great axe this time, because might as well use the corpse slayer. Gonna move around the donkeys. Actually, can I see that one? I can. Yeah, move around the donkeys to here. And attack the feast rog.
Alright,
Actually, bonus action rage first.
excellent. That will crash into the Festrog as blade cuts through its form. You see many of the pustules break and rupture, squirting the foul liquid in your general direction. I need you, going down, to make me a Constitution saving throw against disease. In addition to that, the creature is heavily injured. As you can see, there's a massive gash into its upper left torso. The creature is near death, but still standing. And an additional 3, I need to add that. Alright, you feel fine. Anything else?
No, that'll be it.
Alright. From there we go to Terranath. Terranath, blade in hand, will move forward to join the fray. As he rushes towards the ghoul. He will draw his offhand weapon in addition to that, as he will strike out towards the creature. So Falcata and Spatha in hand. Yep. Let's make my slams and jams. Do I have macros for both? I do. Cool. Falcata, slam. Spatha, ooh. Does not confirm, but is really close. As the Falcata crashes down into the creature's shoulder, causing a deep gashing wound. The Spatha, however, is grabbed by the ghoul before it can even raise up his hand to strike, and pushed back. Let's see here. That is 13 damage as the ghoul is heavily injured by the blow. And do I have anything else I need to worry about for the ghoul? Just at the start of turn, or when I move into it. Okay. I'm gonna go give the ghouls an aura, because I always forget about their stench. Aura basic 10 feet. Let's do 10 foot yellow. I don't have yellow. I'll do 10 foot orange. Alright. That aura is stinky. It smells terrible. If you start your turn in it, it's bad. Ghoul has gained initiative. The ghoul will bound forward on all fours, even though it is technically bipedal, and will strike out towards you, Wary. You did not reckless attack, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay. The ghoul will strike at you with its claw, trying to scratch your flesh. 15 to hit.
We'll miss.
Just barely manages to avoid the attack as the creature causes a glancing blow against part of your cloth, but no physical damage. The creature will then gurgle in your general direction. And other than that, that's all you can do. Festrog number 1. Festrog number 1 will bound forward, doing a bonus action to do a 4-footed run to double its movement speed. I think I have a Mac for this. I do not. Well, he has ability. It's known as 4-footed run. It does this. And let's see here. I'm just gonna run full charge and pounce on that mule. Actually, as he charges to here, seeing the threat with his weapon. Do you have a weapon in hand, actually, Garrison?
Yeah, and my
Okay.
sword.
He will change course as you saw him initially charging towards Betsy. He will change course and rush towards you, using the charge attack upon you instead of the mule.
How rude, and he does not hit me anyway.
Indeed, as his charging form is slammed against the magical wall of force that is your mage armor. Creature is pushed back, unable to strike. Goal number 1. The one who has been injured will strike out at Terranef, trying to claw into him. Actually, I think these things, Terranef is an elf, so they will attempt to bite, to rip the flesh from the hated elf. Which will horribly miss. As Terranef easily parries the blow. Goal number 2.
We're girls. We hate elves. Why? And Gary Gygax said so. He never explained it.
It's true. The ghoul up here will rush forward and will make a solid claw upon you. Actually, how intelligent are these guys? Okay, now they're pretty stupid. He will go here instead of get flanking, so he will go here and try to strike you. Boop. Which will horribly miss as he bounds into the snow and lodges his claw into the dirt instead of actually pulling it free. He is kind of just like sticks there for a moment before eventually, after spending his full turn, rips his claw free of the snow and dirt. Betsy and Primrose have both gained initiative. They both are smelling the undead and are not happy about this. They are making me wisdom saving throws. Both have very little self-control. Let's see if they can push through past the stakes that have grounded them within this location so they don't just bolt completely out of the map. Let's see here. That is a strength check. They really don't like the scent of undead. As they break free, spending their action to rip from the stake that is courting them within here and manage to bolt their way to there. Vestrog, the one that has been heavily injured, will strike out towards you, Mr. Wary. He will give you a good old-fashioned bite, I believe. I think they like to bite. Yeah, these guys like to bite, so he is going to bite you. That's a 17 to hit for 4 piercing and a con save. You're also knocked prone. Alright, you seem to resist the effect of the creature's bite, but you are knocked prone. And these guys do not have any bonus actions they can use beyond just the 4-foot run, so he's happy. He's done. He's done his job. So he rips into your leg, tearing out a chunk of flesh, or your tail, tearing out a chunk of flesh. Aye.
What knowledge check is it? Festrogs?
Vestrog would be religion, or you can use martial.
Which one do I have? Martial is. Let's go check.
Alright. 19. That is a spicy roll. Alright, let's see here. That is enough for 2 things, in fact. You will learn their traits. They have the precise trait, meaning that they have a higher than normal attack bonus. Also showing that they have certain abilities that could increase their attack beyond normal. They also have recovery, meaning that they have a powerful self-healing factor. Generally, this requires some action on their part to activate. In addition to that, you can learn one other thing of your choice. You can learn about their statistics, their actions, you want to know their bonus action, or you can learn about their specials.
I would like to know about their specials, primarily what disease they have.
Alright, I will give you their disease pustules ability as well as the effect of the disease because they are linked. Disease pustules is a special of theirs. It is whenever a Festrog takes damage from a piercing or slashing weapon, some of its boils rupture, squirting the attacker with pus-like fluids. It is very nasty. The noxious secretions carry a potent contact disease that causes those infected to break out into painful necrotic boils. And necrotic boils is the name of the disease. When a living creature contacts the necrotic pus found in a creature that carries this disease, the creature must succeed on a DC 12 Constitution saving throw or become infected. It takes 1 day for necrotic boil symptoms to manifest in an infected creature. Symptoms include fatigue and painful boils that sprout out on the victim, and eventually death, followed by rising as either a ghoul or a festrog, depending on the creature's type. The infected creature suffers 1 level of exhaustion. It regains only half the normal number of hit points from spending hit dice, and no hit points from finishing a long rest. And it suffers from 2d6 points of necrotic damage after every long rest. At the end of each long rest, an infected creature must make a DC 12 con save. On a failed save, the creature gains another level of exhaustion. On a successful save, the character's exhaustion level decreases by 1 level. If a successful saving throw reduces the affected creature's level of exhaustion below 1, the creature recovers from the disease. And I'll post that
Holy
in
fuck!
your notes. Do you
Yeah.
have library?
Yeah.
Festro.
So these guys suck.
There you go. That is the necrotic boils disease. It is disgusting.
At least fire doesn't set off their boils.
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, does this count as being dying?
Being diseased?
Uh,
Well, I mean, it's a joke. I'm joking,
Gotcha.
but yes.
Agonizer Scorcher. Man, I'm trying to line up an Agonizer Scorcher, or whatever the spell's called, and this a 30-foot line is very unimpressive.
I mean, you get most of them.
Do you get any
trying
like
You can hit me with it.
could you do
No,
like a because I've seen different DMs do differently. Could you get like a curve off the line? I guess that wouldn't really work because you would have to like hard curve it. But like something like that, and then it would go. Or like you hit this guy and then
Yeah. I mean, you can get 3 of them, no problem, without hurting an ally, or you can get all of them plus wary. But there's no like line, but you could do, you know.
Yeah,
diagonals
I'm
and
just wary.
Raging.
This is
Go
better than
for
you
it.
can eat. Yeah, wary. This is better than you getting a disease. So I'm just going to like come here.
plus you'll light the stench on fire
Yeah.
and it'll do more damage.
Alright.
That's a sad 3d8.
That is a sad 3d8 indeed. Alright, well, what is your saving throw for that? Dexterity DC?
Yep. Hold on. Should be. Do I have a spell DC written down?
I don't see it in the macro.
10. My spell DC is 13.
Alright, 13 damage. AoE spell set up for my people. Select them all. And blap. Alright, two of them saved, 2 of them failed. One of the Festrogs is burnt aflame as you see its body is very crispy as it falls down, shrieking in pain. One of the ghouls in front of Terranath is also likewise lit into a cinderish corpse. Both of them defeated. 2 ghouls.
Alright,
remain.
wary. Make the save.
Being prone, do I have disadvantage?
You don't have any negatives now, actually.
Okay.
Alright, you make the save.
All
That is
right.
5 damage.
Alright, my Spirit of Fire Healing will just go to wary.
Alright, you
Okay.
heal for
I took
8.
2 damage.
Well,
Yes.
10 reduced to 5, and then you heal for 13, so you
Well,
heal for 8.
10 reduced to 5, reduced to 2. I'm raging.
Alright, it's fire damage. Are you
And
bear?
I'm
Yeah.
Bear
Oh,
Barbarian.
you got bear this level. Nice.
Yeah. You still heal for 13 though, because the heal has to go somewhere and nobody else is injured.
Yeah.
So basically, I set you on fire and then the fire heals you. for a very confusing experience.
It's true. All right, good stuff. Anything else?
Hold on. How far did I move? Oh, 20 feet. Yeah, I'm going to just walk back this way now.
All right. Very good, very good. Top of the round, we go to Garrett.
Alrighty. Oh, I'm looking at this thing. I don't likes it.
But
I don't like it.
damage. I did take damage from the Festrog that I forgot to apply.
Yeah.
Or the, yeah,
The Festrog dealt you 4 piercing, which was reduced to 2.
yeah.
Which you've still healed with that 13 anyway,
Yeah,
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're full still.
Okay, lovely.
And what do I wanna? I wanna hit you with. I'm going to use a first level spell, and I'm going to target the Festrog with 3 magic missiles
All
for
right.
11 damage.
11 damage as 3 missiles pelt into the Festrog's face. As it seems injured and annoyed by the blows, but is still standing.
Alrighty, that's it for me.
All right, very good. From there, we go to 156.
Since this seems to be pretty well in hand, and Ayn just told her to avoid piercing, which is her main damage, whether she's using daggers or short bow. She is going to take off after the donkeys,
Go save
With-
the donkeys.
a dash action, and as she gets close, she will try to call to them and get them to calm down, hoping that, I don't know, she's been the nice person that's fed them and gave them blankets. Maybe they'll listen.
All right, roll me animal handling.
Yes. Okay.
I'll give you advantage since you have been dealing with them a lot.
15.
All right. They do seem to calm down. They will not approach until the ghouls are dead, though. But they will not continue bolting.
Alright, that's it. That's
All
my action and movement and everything.
Wary.
I see a ghoul who's axing for it.
It's true. You're also prone.
Yeah, so I'm going to stand up.
All right. The ghouls will both take the opportunity to strike you.
Okay.
Claw. That's a 24
Oh,
to hit
I,
and a 10 to hit.
Also, yeah, 24 will hit. I also start my turn in their stench, so
Yep,
I should
there you go.
do the.
That's 2 con saves, DC 12. Ooh. Alright,
Ooh,
you are
roll
sickened.
that fails.
May roll that d4. You don't have to worry about the second one, since you're already sickened. So that's 1 round of sickened. You roll twice on your damage rolls and take the worst result. There's another effect to sickened, which is that you have disadvantage on strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws and ability checks. For as long as you're
Which-
sickened.
Pretty much evens out in this state.
Alright. But you are sickened for the round, and you suffer 4 slashing after reductions. And another con save for the claw's paralysis effect.
Okay.
And
Well,
you're
I'm
paralyzed.
paralyzed.
Ooh, that's bad. That's bad.
And you're paralyzed. Yep.
You could try to use Destiny to save it, but you're gonna need a.
It's
You're
it's
gonna need a
DC
big
12.
roll.
You'll need a 5 or 6.
Well,
Well,
they don't do a lot of damage to me, at least.
Alright. Accepting
Crits add up,
paralysis. Very good, very good. Unfortunately, that is the end of your turn. At the end of your turn, you get a new save.
Yeah.
Please, roll bet. Never mind.
oh my god.
First. You're not prone anymore. That's a plus. But that is the end of your
Yeah. He's going to get all the crit.
Alright, Terranaf, seeing this, he will step forward trying to slay this ghoul and then hopefully slaying the other one. Falcata. 8 damage will not kill it. He'll strike back again with Spatha. Total of 17 damage. That will kill it. He'll then move to here. Actually, he's going to move to here, so we can provide flanking for Garrett and whoever else wants it. This one is super slain as he just pierces it into it with the Spatha and cuts its head off with the Falcata. And that is 17. Boop.
Pointing out, even when failing here, I'm still doing my job really well.
Alright, Mr. Festrog. He is going to give you the good old biting, Mr. Garridan. 21 to hit for 4 piercing.
All right. I am going to. Is Buckler +1 or +2?
Buckler is +1, but your ability, I think you achieve the benefit for it at level 3. It boosts its bonus. So
Well, I'm going to reaction use my War Mage Shield to boost my AC by 2. Which will just edge out his attack.
Gotcha. Okay, it is indeed a +2. At level 6 increases to +4 for you. In addition, whenever you use it, you get to use an immediate attack upon them for free.
Well, I mean, if I'm using my Actually, no, yeah, I'll
Yeah, if you're using Buckler for +2, you get a reaction attack.
I'll use my Buckler for +2, but instead of slashing at him, I will try to punch him in the face with my Cestus.
Excellent.
Let me just roll that manually. 3, 4, 5.
Also, that failed when the Barbarian fails 3 saving throws for con.
That is a 14.
14
One of them
just
was with
hits.
advantage.
It's true. That slams into its snoot.
Okay. Alright, let me roll. 6 damage.
6 damage, crashing to its skull as the creature recoils back from the attempted bite upon your fist. That is the creature's turn. It's just going to take a step here, just for funsies. Ghoul number 2 has gained initiative, and he will strike out at the weakened form of Wary. And let's give you a bite. That is a 24 to hit for 4 piercing damage. And I'll just take the 6 on the second one because it's a crit. Because you're on it's a crit threat because you're paralyzed. So let me roll that. I forget if it's a paralyzed, it's still a crit threat, not crit auto. Does a 16 confirm a crit?
It does.
Okay, so yeah, it is a total of 10 damage then, reduced to 5 because your rage is no longer active because you're paralyzed. So 10 damage.
I thought.
Once you
Does
become
rage
incapacitated, you are no longer raged.
Oh, okay. I
will
didn't
go
know
make
paralyzed
sure,
counted.
but I will go make sure. Paralyzed counts because it gives you the incapacitated condition.
I thought it was unconscious.
I'll make sure, just because that is important. Huh. It is just unconscious. Weird. I thought it was unconscious and incapacitated. You're good.
I'm good.
5 damage.
It's hurting me. I'm still raging.
You're angry. You're angry that you can't move. But you're still angry. Alright. But yeah, con
You're
save.
hurting me just makes me stronger.
Which you have disadvantage for. Because of the
Disadvantage.
the second condition. Alright, I think that just barely meets the DC. You feel fine.
Lovely.
Don't worry about the condition I'm about to add to your token.
I'm worried.
You feel fine. Alright, that's the ghoul's turn. We go to Ein.
Alright. I already sort of drew the template, so you can probably guess what I'm going to do here.
Yep.
Alright, round 2. I need to just make that actually roll a dice. Alright. 17 fire damage.
17 fire damage. Very good, very good. Let me go and give them their dex saves. I'm just going to do it manually because there's only 2. Boop.
Yeah.
Boop. Alright, 1. You said your DC was 13?
Yep.
Alright, that's unfortunate. Both managed to dodge out of the way of the flames, suffering minor damage, but they are burnt. And both
The
are still
funniest thing is
alive.
that it's 8 damage. It's actually close. Alright, 8 healing. Who needs healing? Weary or
Weary.
Guridan?
Hmm.
Alright. Gary, all right,
Yeah,
Larry,
I'm
have
not
a-
hurt. Although Wary's also apparently not hurt that much.
I don't think they apply the most recent 5.
Nah,
So basically, we're back to full health.
They would be at 69, which is nice, plus 8, bringing them to 77, which is full. Yeah. That item doing
Oh.
work.
I'm wondering where the physical damage list went on the macro. There it is. Okay. I couldn't see it for some reason.
Meanwhile,
Oh,
I'm
that
just kind of looking at this
would have
magic.
been
It's like
5 width.
I'm,
Okay.
Alright.
I'm fairly sure the burning hands was strong.
Anything else?
No, that's it. Turn
Alright.
How
down.
much was the
Garrett.
healing for?
8.
8. Oh, that's my second level spell slot's gone.
I just realized the music turned off. Let me go fix that. Alright, Garrett, what would you like to do?
Alrighty. I am going to spell slot. First off, bonus to reset my buckler.
Alright.
Level 1 spell slot, and I will magic missile the ghoul.
Excellent. Magic missile will
For
pelt into the ghoul,
8
dealing
damage.
8 damage, which is just enough as the last missile crashes into its skull, causing it to pop.
Alright, and that will be it.
Very good, very good.
Actually, I can still move around,
Yeah.
right?
You can.
I will threaten no matter what way it goes.
Alright, 156.
I'm just gonna walk over and grab their reins so they can't bolt again if something happens.
Very good.
But I'm gonna wait for the all clear from the party as I haven't heard any cries of, oh my god, I'm dying from my friends.
Excellent. Alright, wary. Give me that paralysis check at the end of your turn. You're also no longer sickened. You're no longer paralyzed at the end of your turn. Huzzah! Terranath, seeing you being fine, he's just gonna rush up here and kick the Festrog, I guess, twice. Or once, because he doesn't have multi-attack yet. That's a miss. As he tries to kick towards the Festrog, and it just jumps out of the way. And in response, the Festrog will turn and will strike at him with a bite. Which will pierce into Terranath, dealing 7 piercing damage, knocking him prone and a con save. Terranath is fine. Alright, that's his turn. Fine. What would you like to do, Wanderer?
Alright, just... Honestly, just Firebolt. Not Firebolt. Eldritch Blast! Because it actually does more damage now on average.
Aha.
Well,
Well, that is
Right.
unfortunate, as the beam force flies past the creature, slamming into the tree, causing a bit
I'm
of
just-
sizzle.
I'm just going to stare at that and then go back into the wagon. She's going back to bed.
Okay. Garrett.
Alright.
I'd like to point out, you don't know that I caught the donkeys and I ran into the dark forest. But if that's what you want to do, you do you. I'm just,
Ein has face in 156 at this point.
okay.
Alrighty, last spell. magic missile the Festrog for 10 damage.
As 3 missiles pelt into the Festrog, it is barely holding onto life as each one slams into its skull.
Jeez, I'm crow. Also, I'm going to risk the attack.
Alright, the
Move
creature
away.
will turn, flipping towards you, and will slash out with a bite. And will horribly
That
miss.
will miss. I'll see if I can spot 156, which
You can.
yeah, they're within easy 60 for my dark vision, and I'll let Wary make a mess of that guy.
Alright, very good, very good. 156. Would you like to do anything? Or would you like to continue holding?
Can I see this?
You can, yeah.
Okay, well, since I know there's some still alive, and again, it doesn't look like anyone's dying, I will just hold.
Alright, very good. Wary, would you like to kill the last creature?
Sure. Before I do that, what? How do I do unarmed? Did you have changes to unarmed damage?
No.
No. Okay. I'm gonna approach and just kind of try to kick the thing.
Very good, very good. By kick, you mean tail slap.
Yeah, just channel my inner Pokemon or something. I don't know.
Indeed.
Just gonna use the Silvered Claymore for my attack roll.
Gotcha.
Well,
Well,
okay.
The creature manages to dodge out of the way of the tail as it ducks low and then jumps high as it sees the tail coming back for a backswing.
Yeah.
But
Yes,
it was Tail Slap. It's supposed to be super effective.
it is. Terranef, seeing the creature already using its reaction, will stand up from prone. And will move into flanking. Will slab into it. With Falcata, which will slam into it, killing it, and then just an extra slam just to make sure, which would have actually missed, but the creature's dead, so it's fine. He does have to worry about the pustules, though, as he does cause those to squirt towards him. He feels fine. And that is combat.
Join the club.
Alrighty. Seeing as how he's pussy and was basically getting devoured there for a while, I'll use my 5 charges of lay on hands to remove disease on Wary.
Alright.
Since I assume someone identified the disease that they could give.
Well, that was the Festrox. Yeah.
Either way,
either way.
someone was like, "Hey, someone can give this disease."
Yeah.
Like we did identify
Yeah.
that.
I'm not saying
that's-
it's not met. I'm not saying it's met. I'm just saying technically it was a ghoul that caused it. But
That is
Uh,
completely, appreciated. But I feel fine. Don't worry.
Just in case, I would have brought up the Festrog, and we would have seen the Festrog explode on Wary. So just in case, because we can't tell if he's sick or not until after he starts dying. So yeah,
She'll lead the donkeys back.
excellent.
uh,
All right.
And
Oh.
she'll set them up on stakes again.
Do you accept
Yeah.
the lay on hands, Wary?
I mean, yeah. Well,
You feel fine. Haven't changed your feeling of being fine. But unbeknownst to you, you no longer have the disease condition on your token.
Good job grabbing them, by the way.
I didn't want anything to eat them.
She'll pat Penrose and Betsy.
Judge not my donkey. It is a donkey. Anyways, the rest of the night goes by uneventfully, and you all receive a long rest.
Huzzah! Longest of rest.
And as you all waken, feeling refreshed, what little food you have remaining within your bags is used for today's breakfast. as your food stores have run dry.
Excuse me?
Besides the eggs that 156 has acquired.
I
But
don't know about the eggs, but thank you.
I know about the eggs.
I
You
knew
showed
about
me
the eggs. I was there when you took the eggs.
Oh, he does. I showed you I have a backpack full of eggs?
Yes.
I don't remember that.
I just haven't been bringing them up because the way you were treating it was like a fucking secret.
Well, she thinks it's a secret. She doesn't want you guys to steal her eggs. I mean, she trusts you, but those are her eggs.
alright.
He will give an egg to Wary for the bird, though.
He will dip his head and go, many thanks. And yeah, feed the bird.
Excellent. The bird is fed. The bird is slightly less cough-filled. As the party begins to make their way forward, would you like to do a slow, medium, or fast pace?
We should probably do slow and hunt.
Sure.
Alright. Well, whoever would like to take lead on the hunt can give me a survival check, and if things become an issue for this person who's taking lead, which I assume is Ein, for the travel, then well, I'll have you roll for that. But slow pace, very good. Alright.
Yep. Am I rolling a survival one?
If you're hunting, yeah.
Can I aid that survival
You
to
can.
hunt?
Okay. Because my survival is not trained. Huh. Well, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's a flat 6. So flat +0. Alright. Those just roll those again.
Alright.
Okay.
As you are traversing through the woodlands, pushing through, you do find some creatures who, while they are not normal animals, you are informed by your resident Dying Lands guide of Terranath that they are quite edible and do have a particular flavor to them that is not half bad. You would find some quill rats, essentially think porcupines that can launch their spikes. They're a little hostile, but it's not too difficult to hunt them down, especially with you guys, skulking your way through the woods and, doing range attacks upon them. Eventually, you are able to acquire enough food to last the party another 2-3 days if you use the eggs as like a side to the dishes of the meat.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
You have enough food to get
We're
you
not
back to
going
town,
to
no problem.
starve.
And as you begin to travel further north along the highway, you begin to see the edges of Marden off in the distance, as I believe 156 wishes to scout ahead, correct?
Yes.
Alright. Would you like to stealth in your scouting, or would you like to just move on ahead?
I'll stealth if I can do it at normal speed.
Alright, yes you can. Give me that stealth check.
In before, below a 3. Called it.
It is tradition.
Fucking called it.
Well, alright, let me go to the map that you guys were just on. Grab your token, just so you guys are on the right map. I need to go turn the cart back into a token. There we go. Copy. Putting you guys back on the Marden map. Technically, it's only 156 here at this point in time.
Oh.
Alright.
Too late. Is it too late to say that I'd be ready to rush forward?
Well,
It is in character for me, but yeah.
You could be ready to rush forward, however, they are pretty far ahead. Specifically, per their quarter mile, they are about 1,300 feet ahead of you.
Yeah, it's more of if I see her running back.
yeah.
Or something.
Totally fine. No problem there. But as you're making your way forward, 156, you would find yourselves back within the outskirts of Marden. This village itself is fairly destroyed. A lot of the buildings here ransacked, not really worth anything. But you would see more of these creatures, the cursed ones, holding up in their tents still. In fact, you would see that they are currently conversing. You see the overseer within the large tent up ahead conversing with another one. You're not quite sure what they're doing about because they're pretty far away from you, but the camp is lively. They don't seem at all particularly like war band or aggressive or anything like that. They don't seem to have any standards of war made, no like weapons being drawn ready for battle or anything like that. They're just seems to be going about their business. It should also
Is
be
it
noted.
still showing the banners of the banner from the guy that I have?
It is, yes. And it should also be noted that the ash cloud and the ash-like snowfall is no longer a thing. You don't really feel it at this point in the day. The sky is fairly clear. The clouds are clear over here. There's no more ash falling upon you. It seems you're far enough away that you're not suffering from the effects of the activity of the crater.
I forget. Because I think it did, but God, if I can actually remember. Did I? The tabard basically gave us passage to and back, right?
Yeah. It allowed you free passage through the lands of this tribe.
Alright. If they're not warring, and they still have the tabard of the people that we made the deal with, and I set up a contingency for my lie, I see no reason to not move forward here. What do the rest of you say?
Sure. Worst case scenario, we'll just kill all of them.
No, worst case scenario is they kill us.
True. But let's not go there. Yeah.
Alright.
Let's just assume we kill them.
You make your way back to the
You can't
party.
say worst case and then assume not the worst case. But, yeah, okay.
Making your way back to the party with your knowledge of what you have seen up ahead. They didn't seem to notice you. You didn't get actually too far into their terrain. So even though you rolled a 9 total, technically an 11 with your +2, it's not an issue. Making your way back to the party, though, the wagon begins to roll its way through the land. I'm just going to put you guys back on the map. I assume Garrison is driving the wagon.
I will be sitting
Yeah, that sounds fine for me.
with Garrison. Just because if they're going to recognize anyone, it's probably me.
Yeah.
And I will make sure the banner is visible.
Very good.
Now, did we need to hide Tyrnath?
No, I bought him.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I wouldn't go flaunting him, but I'm pretty sure I bought him fair and square.
You did buy him,
I
yes.
mean, it's probably a bit better for him to stay in the back anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, as you push your way to this point, you see the Overseer sees your cart approaching and begins to move out into the pass. Do you slow the wagon or do you keep going?
Does
What do you guys think?
Does he look like he's coming out to get our attention, or?
Well, he notices you and moves out as he notices you. As he's moving towards the road. So it does look
I
like
think-
he's going towards you guys, yes.
I think I'm a barbarian with a big weapon.
I think I'm mostly indifferent because you did handle the diplomacy. So I'll let you make the call.
I'll be honest, I don't even remember what the diplomacy was.
We tricked him into thinking that he could make, that there was a potion of gold making.
I would say we should stop. The quickest way to piss them off would be to not.
I mean, we could slow down to see if he halts us or not. If he's
Okay,
just,
sure.
and then if he halts us, then we stop.
Very good.
Otherwise, we just keep slowly going.
Sounds good to me.
As the wagon begins to slow to a trot, the Overseer will step out forward and into the road. Not fully blocking the path, but he will hold up his battle standard, which is attached to his morning star and will speak in primordial. For those who understand primordial, which I know some of you do, Terranaf at the very least will be translating for you guys. He will speak. Where's my cup? My cup is nowhere to be seen. Curses. Well, maybe I can use this tube. Does this work?
If that's what you consider working, then yes.
Hello. Does this sound echoey?
Yes.
Yes.
We're good.
Yes.
Okay.
Although metallic echoey, but
Yeah,
still,
I'm using a Pringles can, so
that works.
I can't fill my cup, so I'm using Pringles. Adapt, overcome, improvise. Backwards.
Pringles, Overseer.
Anyways,
Once you pop, you just can't.
You are the ones who grafted us the potion of gold making.
Yes, hello, Overseer. She repeats his name, which is not on his token, so I don't remember it, but I know he told me.
it's let's see here. I have it in my notes. Gurulkosh.
Yes, greetings, Overseer Golkash.
We want more.
Did you say you wanted more?
Yes. We pay you. We have many fine slave. No elf though.
Sorry, you can only ever have one. Ancient curse.
You'll look towards 156 because he doesn't understand common.
Well, WoW was the one who made the diamonds, right? We have no way to replicate that spell.
No, we don't.
Okay. I thought so. And I'd be all for saving some slaves and lying some more, but
Sorry, Golkash, we don't have any more gems. We gave you all of our best gems. That was the deal, remember?
Yes. You come back. Bring more gem. We pay.
Okay, we will bring more gems when we come back this way.
Yes. We wait.
relays conversation in common.
He will then step aside to let you guys pass.
Wow, other than the selling of slaves thing, that was surprisingly reasonable.
Do you guys wish to do anything about that, or do you wish to press onward?
I'm gonna press on. I mean,
I mean-
Garrian's in control, so that's up to him, but
And get the hell out of here.
All
I
right.
mean, I would say that buying slaves from them would be completely reasonable. It's dependent upon your idea of usage for the slaves that might be unreasonable.
Yeah. Fortunately, the only thing you actually purchased from them technically was Terranef, so they think that's the only thing you want. All right. Making your way out, the party eventually manages to avoid the encounter because of the successful diplomacy from last time due to the battle standard that you guys have, and make your way back out to the World Road. All right. Would you like to move at a slow, medium, or fast pace?
Let's drive casual.
All right. 15 it is. All right.
I
at
mean,
the-
we could go at a normal pace again. Is there any reason not to?
Well, no, yeah, I mean, we're going at a normal pace. Sorry.
Yeah.
all right.
Okay.
I need to
It's
see if there's
casual.
an encounter in between Marden and Tranmere. Would you like to adjust this encounter check?
no.
How?
No.
Well, you can use Destiny to adjust D100 rolls.
Yeah, no.
All right, let's see what it is.
Wow.
That was sooner than I was expecting. Okay.
Okay.
You can always not.
Counter
Not
a
is an
dragon.
option.
Well, I can't believe we're fighting 845 bandits.
No, wrong map. Road encounter number 4. Alright. As you are making your way northwards, you can see off in the horizon, a couple miles out, the outskirts of Tranmere. Begin to hear something. It sounds like an earthquake. Some of you who are in the wagon actually feel the ground rumble. And those who are driving the wagon see what is creating this ruckus. Off to the east is a humongous patrol of soldiers, all dressed bearing Vazian colors as they are heading right for you. Do you wish to continue at your current pace, slow down, or speed up? They are somewhat off in the distance, but they do look like they have spotted you and are moving right for you.
What are they?
A Vazian patrol.
I would say we should continue as normal.
Yeah, let's continue as normal and hope the fucking, thing works out.
Alright.
I will revert back to their human self.
Terranaf will look up, kind of seeing, poking his head out from, like, little flap there,
Yeah.
seeing the patrol, and he will... Probably best if we disguise ourselves just in case.
Yep. Exactly.
I'll,
I
uh,
put my cloak on.
I'll wrap my cloak tight around myself and I will pass Garrett the token. I know I talked to him last time, but I'm not
Yeah.
willing to pull risky biz new twice.
Yeah, I will move up there. Also hand out wigs and hats.
Terranaf will
Hello, the hats
accept
probably.
your gift. Roll me a
Disguise check.
disguise check, dexterity or charisma based.
Charisma based probably. Is that a skill check or
It's a ability check. Dexterity or
ability check?
charisma based plus your proficiency in the disguise tool. Wherever that may be.
believe. Hold on. I need to open my sheet with Firefox because I do have disguise kit proficiency, so that's a +2. So 1, 3, 5. I will cast guidance on myself while doing this.
Alright.
Okay, so +1d4. +1. Alright. A little makeup here. Masks. Alright. Alright. There we go. And then I'll motion for 156 to go behind.
Yeah, I'll crawl in the
And then I will don a fancy hat and then sit up front with Garrison.
Excellent. Alright. As you are moving forward, we are looking at the total of that. Very good. You would see the patrol catching up, and eventually one of the riders breaks off and moves to intercept the party. As you reach this intersection here, I'll be revealing them in just a moment. I just need to go and make sure that they're all set up fully. Grabbing my people, making sure that they are properly formed for you guys. Here we go. And to be clear, the soldiers that I'm going to be making visible in just a moment on map, there are more than what's currently visible, as they go on for much longer than what's shown, essentially. I just need to grab one more person's token, because I need to plop down this NPC, and then we're good. Because I was not expecting this to be this soon. I was expecting it, but not this soon. Syrik ghosts, NPCs, Vazia. Yep. And where are you? There you are. And make invisible. Nope, some of the horses aren't visible. Whoop. There we go. Alright, the massive patrol of Vazian soldiers. And one such soldier who is currently not helmeted, mounted upon a steed of black hide and fairly fanciful barding, rides forward and raises a hand. Do you begin to slow the cart, or do you keep going?
No, we'll slow.
All right, let's see here. Let me zoom in for purposes of stream benefit. The man himself appears to be human, with pale skin, paler than one would expect, almost ashen color, with black hair with streaks of gray, clean shaven, bearing the insignia of Vazia, as well as an additional insignia. Everyone who has lore in Vazian nobility, Vazian soldiery, or just Vazia in general can roll me a lore check, or you can roll me history check, either way.
What were my lures again?
You also roll history, to be clear.
Well, I am part of the resistance, so
All right. Looking out towards the man, Garrison, you do recognize the symbology upon him. No one else who has rolled recognizes him or the symbology. This man is exceedingly high of rank within the military. In fact, he is the leader of the Barons Chosen, a faction of honor guards, and essentially think of them as like the elite of the elite in terms of soldiery. And he is their leader, Orbarius Thorn, the uncle of the land's baron, Elisar Thorn.
Oh, this is fine.
He would ride up, hand raised, as if to bid you halt, which you do appear to halt as he nods, and will lean forward in his saddled position. Travelers, who brings you along this road?
Good day to you, sir. For our reasons of travel, I believe you'll find all of our documents here, and I'll
Ride forward,
slip the disc in with some papers.
bend over as he rides to better meet you. Grabbing it, holding up the papers. See. You come from Tranmere, then? Are you heading there now?
yes.
We would be going to Tranmere, yes.
And what profession do you hold? You bear any role within the army, or are you merely adventurers?
I know I'm not there, but can I insight that?
Yes, you can.
I would also like to insight that.
And technically you are there. You're literally a couple feet from the man, but
No, yeah, I know I'm not speaking to him.
yeah.
Whoops, I hit advantage, but I rolled the
Your
17
first one was a 17,
first.
yeah. Alright, I'm gonna go look at this guy's passive real quick, which will be on my notes, not on his token, because he's not macroed for purposes of I hope you guys don't trigger combat. But we'll see.
I feel insightful.
Let's see.
Out of our league right now.
Garrison and Ein, you both would gather a bit of an understanding to his question. It's definitely leading into something that you don't think is. One would imagine asking if you're a soldier or adventurer, fairly standard. It's not really an issue. This is him specifically leading to something you don't think is particularly going to be beneficial for you if you answer incorrectly. You don't think that answering truthfully in this regard for Ein, since you rolled higher, is beneficial either. As you can see that there is some form of distrust or distaste upon him just seeing you in general, seeing that you do seem to be a bit of a ragtag sort. Not traders, not soldiery. Although, Garrison, I believe you're still disguised, avoiding your full soldier uniform, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do quill boars only happen in the stolen lands, or do they? Yeah, quill boars, right?
Yeah, quill rats and quill bears, they're two different types of the thing. One's larger. They are in the Dying Lands. They do venture outwards, so the border of Vazia and the Dying Lands do have them.
Is it reasonable to assume that maybe, one might actually be sort of around this area? Or at least some area where we would be allowed to go?
Yeah.
Well, truth be told, we're just regular folks, a bit fallen on hard times. Hunters, mostly. You can see we have some of the pelts and remainders from our last kills, unfortunately. Not much to do here, so we're going to go up to town, maybe see if there's some other work there.
I see. I'm sorry to hear that you didn't get much luck out there. The borders do tend to have difficulties finding fair game.
Well, it's tough all over, and we don't want to step on any toes.
But if you're looking for work, allow us to escort you. Perhaps our announcement in town will provide what you're looking for. We're heading up to town anyways. As he hands you back the disc. Your papers are in order and all that, so you're clear to travel either way.
Oh, how could we refuse such an offer? Thank you, sir.
He'll give a nod and he'll give a little hand gesture with his left hand to signal his troops who begin to move forward as he takes the lead, and they begin to flank your vessel, or your vehicle.
If he had signaled with the right hand, would they have attacked us?
Yes.
Yeah.
How can we refuse? No, seriously, how can we refuse?
Right. As the patrol of soldiers begin to follow him outwards, you can see that the grouping of them continues on for a decent amount. You'd guesstimate at least 500 or so soldiers, all mounted.
Yeah. Ein would signal back to 156 to make sure that all the disguises are in order.
All right.
And point to the makeup kits and all that.
Eventually, though.
We will try to do that.
Eventually, though, you guys are led into the village of Tranmere. With sun setting within a couple hours, it is getting dark as you guys enter inside, and that will be where we call the session.
Oh boy.
Huzzah, we maybe didn't die.
Maybe.
We might have to escape from town under cover of night at this rate.
Pretty sure we were already doing that, though.
Yes, except a lot more urgently and more stealthily than just driving the wagon out.
Nothing's been wrong with our stealth checks so far.
Yeah, nothing.
Hey,
Just
technically, even though it's a low roll, I've gotten you past almost every stealth encounter.
That is
Yes,
true.
it's just a lot closer than it had to be.
We've been really good at stealth and con. They're our strength. They are. They really are.
Anyways,
For some reason, our knowledge and social checks are on point tonight,
it's true.
which actually might have saved us just now.
Yeah, I mean, we also didn't die to these
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. But I hope you
Yes.
guys had fun. I'm going to stop the recording here. See you guys next time. Probably 2 weeks from now. Not next week, but next week, because the week after that, because bi-weekly games. But Sean's game next week. Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
goodbye, stream.
Goodbye.